Thank you so much, everybody, for holding by. We're getting right back into the game here. Malevolent and Zen Esports showing off in round number 1. Operators lineups look the same, so can't expect the same setup. So when you're attacking this, right, there's not an Izami. You have a little bit more breathing room. They're not going to bring out the same attack. But do you still go IT here? Do you go somewhere else? They really don't have a whole ton to deny your utility.
I think you have to go connector. You have to do connector electrical. You have to take that entire side of the map, especially with them doing like, the blue hold. It's just like I just don't see this working out. They need to try to get the bomb down, hold the connector cross. Somebody plants out electrical. Maybe send one Raptors, but you're gonna have to take care of that mirror. But like I honestly, truthfully, the setup's really good. Very excited.
It'll be interesting for sure. Without electricity on the walls, though, that Ash theoretically should be able to dispatch both of those black mirrors fairly easily. So I think sonically, definitely going to be an important member of this attack. Of course, Riksha on that hard breach as well. One interesting thing is, though, no EMPs, no impact EMPs, so those mute jammers will keep the walls closed if they're on them. Gonna have to wait for something like a Zafia or an Ash charge, kind of break it from below. But a couple seconds into this round, Zen Esports with a big tone-setting defense here. We'll see if they can do it. They have MP9 lurking down in storage, an interesting position for the Mira.
Makes a little bit of sense. You're trying to deny that Bert play onto it. And grab control of it. Probably see work their way back upstairs. Yeah, pretty quickly. But your play out for them. Harsh gunfight. Ooh, that's a rough one. Bars, man, they'll do it.
The Mira gets it done when it matters the most. MP9 taken down sonically to start this off, and we were just talking how important that Ash would be to these attacking rounds. And gone early, definitely not a good thing, but here comes Relic in underneath, knows the angle they died from, and should, at the very least, be able to pop the Mira on Catwalk, and does just that. Good shot from Relic. The garage side, storage side, rather, still used to call it a garage, is going to get much easier to attack here for Malevolent.
Yeah, I mean, losing the Ash that early is going to be a pretty detrimental to them. Not going to be able to take care of that as well, but going to be a mirror down in sight on this blue.
Mirror will be picked up, so MP9 going to retreat over towards server side. Interesting angle from the attackers already at these top CC stairs. We'll see how they push in. It's going to be Keegan on the doorway here, taken out by Crimson's shotgun. Nice play from the Mew. One more on that side as Riksha is still lurking close. Down goes Tango in the meantime. 5v2 for Zen, making it a 4v1 as Relic gets one, but immediately traded out all on Riksha and pushing through the breach. They are going to know where he is. He's dropped low, so still possible with low health bars, but the ace is just grasping at straws here, peeing out onto the Mira, but behind that reinforced wall, Hector should win this fight. Will it? No, it will not. Riksha with the first. Still needs 3 more.
Having to isolate these 1v1s is going to be really difficult for him, especially with the crossfire that they're currently playing. He's going to be unable to hop into any of these breaches without meeting a shotgun. Yep, there it is. Ymir going to find him. The Mosper, strongest shotgun in the game, and he'll find him.
Yeah, two Mossbergs, very tough to push into there for the attackers. It dispatches them pretty easily. That CC push isn't the most common to see as a main push, but dispatched very quickly by Zen. A good defending round by them. I'm really confused, though. We saw zero focus onto IT, onto storage. I know, like you said, the connector was an important room to take, and that's where the attack went. They weren't able to set up those crossfires of their own. Definitely want to see a stronger round from them as we move on to the basement, which is notoriously difficult to attack if you can't get that breach open.
And I mean, especially with the the RAM being gone, it's going to find this. Have to take forklift over. Probably is going to be the. An attack is 3 steps. Drone, you take space, you drone, you take space. That is what an attack is. And then you execute. I think that probably see the attackers go. These drones that I'm seeing, they'll probably go top 4 down, starting on the blue side, starting top rafters, try to take store, and then work their way through lounge, try to take down towards EXO. The wall has to be open at some point. That's what we have the thermite for. You can see that buff that we as well. They're going to be trying to take storage.
Yeah, and we saw an attacker drone set up in IT, so going to be able to get an eye onto Rejected there on the Vigil. Also worth pointing out, sonically on this IQ can see Rejected whenever they activate that ability. So the Vigil going to get hunted a little bit, almost like having a one-person Deimos on your team. We'll see how they're able to approach. Rejected sitting in servers, the attack already closing in. Not many places to run, going to have to brag out here, and with SMG-12 in hand. Going to be meeting Relic here inside a connector very, very soon. All reinforced with the drone up in front. Rejected starts to shoot some shots and will die just quickly. Relic with the first great retake by Goose before getting cut down from a rickshaw. Walked right by the thermite, but luckily able to get that refrag.
Now you have that 2-to-1 frag potential. We see the vert play coming out on that buck. The thermite staying alive here super. Seeing some type of wall play here shortly. Already a minute and 50 left on the round. So in theory, the defenders maybe should do one of two things. They should try to retake space, or they should retreat back to site, and they've decided to retreat back to site. Already losing one player down. This makes give up a little bit of room, but you're able to play off each other, have better retreat.
Yeah, now hard breach not targeted yet. Luckily though for Riksha, with no electricity, just a quick shot onto the mute jammer will do it. So they really can wait for that if they need to, but right now it looks like a lot of pushes down those back stairs. We saw two defenders there earlier, MP9 and Ymir, who've both now fallen off, and interestingly, this attack, yet again, looking fairly one-dimensional, but as we say that, Riksha heading over to the warehouse, either going to get a hatch or that main breach, so we'll just have to wait and see. That F not mine, though, on these stairs is going to make it troublesome for the attack to push shots through the floor. Cannot find one from the buck, but what a return from Ymir! Nasty shot from the UMP as the breach will come open.
Yeah, you have 50 seconds left for this execute. Both the breaches now just getting open. You're in a 3v3. Now it just really comes down to what gunfights you're going to be able to win, but it's going to be a retake from MP9 on the Fenrir. No one's going to be on the flank drone. It's going to find the IQ. What a refrag. Going to come out. The Nomad going to find him. Out of story. To execute with 30 seconds left on the clock.
Decent amount of utility from the attack, though. Flashbangs and the Nomad charges in hand. The only problem is C4 in the hands of Crimsons could completely disravel this attack, but he's taken some aggressive angles here inside a Nano. Ymir's lurked back upstairs and is now going to be playing those vert holes. Should be over the breach, but Ymir is so far back. It's essentially a 2v1 for the play. Air jab out. Ymir gets one. Ymir gets two. Great rotate and great shots from the castle, just left completely unchecked in storage.
That's just a great retake there by the castle. He understands what's going down, what the attack needs to do. Understands time left. Retakes the space that he knows they have to give up. It's just going to give him a free round.
Yeah, the attack started so well, too. Out into a 4v3 early. You don't lose an important member in the Zofia. Just weren't able to get it done. They had a lot of drones up, too, and just didn't seem like they set up the drones, set up the air jabs. The flanks uncovered, and Ymir makes them pay for it. Really nice. I think it was a 4K there from the castle.
Sounds right. Sounds right. Going to be a storage hold now. See how they're able to set this one up. One of the least played sites, attacker. Normally an attack wins upstairs on that first round, so don't really get to see storage. See how they're able to hold it down, bringing that mirror again. They're going to switch it up this time, and they're going to see a very strong character. I don't see a Brava pick from the attackers that's going to be able to pull this out, so see how much utility usage he's going to bring.
It'll be interesting, and I gotta say here, Goose setting up the Mira below inside a Nano, it's a little interesting. I don't know if this is meta now. I don't know if I missed something. I'm not used to seeing defenders defend from the bottom floor on this site. That being said, they have 4 C4s. It'd be foolish not to use them to try to deny these plants. We will see just how those work. Interestingly, though, no one in the basement, so I don't know. I'm really not sure what that was for. Valkyrie currently rotates down, though, so maybe MP9 is going to play it. Only one upstairs is going to be Goose on that Mira. Traditionally see a much stronger top floor hold. Seems like Zen here just trying to subvert expectations a little bit.
I'm actually quite liking the setup. The Mirror setting up on that blue wall. They're not going to be able to take as much space as they want to right off the rip. They're going to have to get rid of this, but the Ash is going to be available. That's going to clear that first mirror window on the top of those blue stairs. Again, the other one is set up in the basement, which no attacker is pushing, so that's probably not going to give us very much. C4 is going to get ripped. Will he blow it? He's thinking about it. and throw a drone instead. Yeah, I mean, this is going to be a very, very electrical IT push. I think. Yeah, okay. I'm pretty sure he's probably going to blow that up pretty soon. So that's going to be the Ash getting taken down from the Bird C4. That's off the Malusi. That's actually some really cool by the defenders. They're going to be able to back up, let them have this blue space now. That's going to be a side hole. 5 versus 4. A lot of C4s left in the pockets, so not necessarily a bad thing.
And the second C4 is done it. Crimson's lands it onto Tango, the Malusis, the Black Eye cameras. It is all working against the attackers right now, and they still have 2 in pocket. Plenty of utility for Zen to continue dominating this defensive round. Luckily, though, for Malevolent, they have the important operators alive. You have a Buck, you have an Ace. We'll see what they can do with it, though. Everybody is back downstairs now. The Mirror in the basement with that C4 in hand, as is Valkyrie. So they're just going to be playing for this push. Malevolent needs to get going quickly, because if they leave it until 10 seconds, those C4s are going to shut that down extremely easily.
Absolutely. I think at this point, you kind of know what space they've given you. I think you have to start going for an execute. Long, and then a little confused with what we're trying to accomplish. Execute. Gonna have to speed this up a little bit. 30 seconds left on the clock. We're looking down into the basement. We're not really finding much. Just a Storage guy got cleared yet. No, he hasn't. The Ace taking all that damage. He's gonna be the only guy on site. A gunfight over near the kitchen, but it's gonna be Sonically who's gonna win that relic, taking on the other one 3v2 now. Have the man advantage, but the utility of the Valkyrie, of the Mirror, both with these C4s. Mirror window still available, or sorry, Black Eye still available as well.
They don't see the plant.
Be able to find it.
They don't, and the diffuser gets planted. And now they're both in the basement too.
You're gonna win.
Near impossible situation here for Goose. Gonna have to try it anyway, though. Up the vending stairs, luckily. No attackers see that rotate, but they will see the head. Goose lands some shots onto Relic into C4. Should do the job. And indeed, not shot out of the air. Lands a shot onto Ace as well. There goes a rickshaw, but only 10 seconds to get on this diffuser sonically. On the right, will Goose check the right angle? Sees the diffuser, needs a shot through the wall, and they will not happen. Sonically gets it. Malevolent up onto the board here in round 3.
Much better attack. But I think that they played that very well. Got rid of the mirror window early. Was able to take that space really quickly. We were very worried about the but the plan out is what we found. Overall, very good attack.
Yeah, really strong. Almost didn't look that way at first, and I'm still surprised that Zen let that plank go down with just 12 seconds on the clock. We're not able to find the C4, but the result is a result, and Zen now going to be able to approach one of their more preferred bomb sites. As you said, Storage, pretty hard stuck tertiary on this one, not played a whole ton. But Zen defended extremely well in the first round on this site. It looks like they're going to go for the same setup, just bringing a Frost instead of the Fenrir. It looks like the attack ran the same thing as well, but with the Maverick this time, we'll see if Relic and Keegan can make a little bit of impact with that combo.
Pretty basic setup. Seeing the same thing round 1 from both teams, kind of. Grim obviously getting in play this time. IQ and Sophia from Sonically. So see how the Grim will be used to our advantage. We will be seeing the connector side being taken as well. This is what we assumed would happen in the first round, but wasn't able to. So they tried to do a quick blue hit that got shut down very, very, very quick.
Obviously, attack hoping for some different results this time around. Rich is going to be able to get those breaches open very easily. Still just using that mute, not going for any electrical play here. So Zen just do not care about the breaches, and Keegan falls, and that is a big part gone. Combines so well with this Maverick. Keegan having a little bit of a rough start to this game, hoping for Malevolent's sake they're able to heat up. And one plane inside of servers. We find a nice pick here onto Arichez. Rejected goes down. Arichez is going to swing, find some shots, but rejected. Fell off the angle, could not get the second. A nice kill regardless from the smoke. Leaves Zen Esports in a 5v3.
I think at this point you have to just start. All right. lot of damage going to be done to the gridlock there from the breaching charge. Nice. Taking a full con side here against two Mossbergs. Inside of electrical, they're going to be swinging in. There'll be one pump down. That's going to be the ace gone. Smoke canister for home. So no refrags coming out from Rem just yet. They'll be swinging out for him. Rem's going to have to back off. Smoke canister. It will finally grab that connector wall, take it down the new gym. But that will make it a little bit for the attackers in this 2v5. But statistically, it's not looking great. 1v5 now for Sonically on the Grim. One smoke. Looking back towards fire set up. The Mossberg gonna push through his own smoke. Take him down. A flawless round.
We were talking about a little bit of dimensionality. Wow, that is incredibly hard to say. The first round, we saw them attack this one. We see it even bigger here. No presence on that CC side. Just leaves them all pushing the same angle pretty much. All 5 members of Zen Esports staring at the breach in the doorway is not going to go well, especially pushing into that triple shotgun setup, which I gotta say is terrifying. I really like that from Zen. Would not want to be attacking that one. Now they go back downstairs. They cleared the room pretty well the first time they played against him on the site, but then just kind of lost steam, weren't able to get the vertical play. Honestly, ended up working against him there with Ymir in the end. So I definitely want to see a little bit more secure hold of the map this time from Malevolent.
Yeah, and that Fenrir getting up there and getting that still on the placements for the flank. So maybe some bringing the nomad some better really help out the attack rounds. We'll be seeing pretty much the same setups all the way through. Rejected, back on that vigil. He's going to be upstairs, just kind of running around doing what he needs to do. So very excited to see how the defense this one out again.
Going to be an important defense as well from Zen Esports. If they get this one, go up 4-1. That's a really good split, even if you lose your next defending round. So definitely want to get that going into their attacking half here soon enough. They know the Vigil's close, but of course with that ability, going to struggle to find the exact position. MP9 down inside a cafeteria. We'll be able to flank up those stairs as well. No air jobs used yet, so still flank potential from this Fenrir. Rejected's close and a C4 way off the mark there from Goose. Had to have been trying to toss that over the railing. That will not go their way. Now Rejected yet again is left alone. We'll see if the attack can hold off from the back this time. But Rejected already down in storage. Safe for the time being.
And, we didn't mention it, but that was a K trick going on the first exothermic charge over near the main breach wall. Could be a little bit of a throw from the Thermite going for the wall so early without any control on the upstairs. We'll see if that goes back to bite them in.
Wondering if some Mr. Ronin came into play as well. First time in 5 rounds they've used that electricity, maybe. Just expecting another mute jammer, but results the same. Only 1 exothermic remaining. And you gotta think they're gonna use it on that wall, which will leave the hatches a little vulnerable, especially with that Electro Claw. Sonically taking a lot of damage from Rejected, I believe, who snuck back upstairs. Or no, sorry, from Ymir here on the first floor. Oh, looks away from the buck though. Sonically barely allowed to live and now gonna look for the return, and they sneak out to storage before getting taken down by Rejected. Some nice crossfires going on here from Zen Esports. Staying alive though, gonna be the key, and it looks like the Vigil is.
That's just really good understanding of the game. Ymir gonna come back upstairs, help the Vigil out, whenever he knows they're all on that top floor. Team kill gonna come out though.
Oh dear.
It's gonna be the Thermite taking down Keegan on the IQ. Means the Valkyrie's going to be getting a lot more valuable off that team.
The kill streak continues, unfortunately, at the end of the teammates barrel here for Keegan. Still going to be trying though in round number 6. Ymir takes down Sonically, who was on pretty low health, leaving a 2v5 for the attackers. And this time, I don't think Zen Esports are going to let them even get in the basement. So holding strong here. 4 members on the first floor. They know they can't get in through the breach. They're going to be coming through the stairs. They're going to cut them down in time. Nice swing from Rejected to get the first, and it's another flawless round as Ymir takes down another. 2 flawlesses in a row, and Malevolent need this next round to get some sort of momentum swinging back their way.
4-2 would be really good, but a 5-1 would be even better. I think Zen really looking to settle this on up, have as many chances for the attack as possible, to make sure that if they do mess up, they have time to evaluate, set up, make sure that they prepare in the next one. So I'm really expecting control room storage. This was their this is the one they lost. So maybe Malevolent's able to pull something out. But if not, like, I mean, this is just utter domination from Zen Esports.
Really is interested to see how they approach the site this time. They had a really kind of cool mirror setup last time, both above and below. The wall seemed like it was doing well. Unfortunately, just didn't in the end. They lost 2 picks, weren't able to find the diffuser, so this time they will be going differently. Still have 3 C4s on the board, though, so plenty of plant denial. And from Malevolent, that Flores should help clear out a lot of this utility from the Lucy, which it didn't really have anything to clear with last time.
Yeah, I think, I don't know. I think this is probably one of the most changeable sites, I guess is the word I would use. You know, it's kind of a 50-50. So I would imagine that, you know, learning from their mistakes, Zen will probably be able to hold us to the clear. This time around, you know, like you said, they're not bringing the mirror this time, so that blue hole might be a little bit weaker. But we are bringing a lot of soft breach, Zofia and the Ash on the side of the attackers. So maybe they're expecting the mirror, but we aren't aware of that just yet.
Yeah, I think Zen doing a good job coming back to this site. The roam on that basement site last round was much, much better than back in round 2, so the roam game definitely improving. That was the one thing that did fold fairly easily in their defense of this site. Gonna try to see if they can extend it. With the KaId on this wall, it is not coming down. No EMPs, and nobody's going to go below to clear it. So Goose and Rejected should be able to hold this room fairly well with Hatch open as well. Shouldn't see a death up here from the defenders. There is one lurking around those CC stairs. Goose gonna have to be careful. Believe it sonically here on the Flores.
First Flores strong gonna go out. You know, feels like he got a little scared of the Malusi. Didn't want him to push up too far, so he sent that right at him. But the blue stairs will be a point untagged as a reshow. That's how you pronounce that. I'm actually not 100% sure. Ace will be finding the first pick. That will be the Fenrir taken down.
Nice response here from Ymir, who is still playing inside that command center. One shot, no Hatch to jump down, and looks away at the wrong time. Sonically gonna find the kill for that. Rejected, gonna fall down before getting Keegan, who dropped very low on the Ash, but keeping man count. Definitely smart here for Zen Esports, who are now on the other side of a 3v4, and with over a minute 20 seconds to go, Stack should be able to get plenty of vertical play, and there it is, a rickshaw with the second onto Crimsons, who missed getting the finish onto Keegan. A big miss there for Zen Esports, as Malevolent gonna look to capitalize on it.
You know, and the attack's learning a lot from, you know, their loss on this last, or sorry, the defense not learning much from their loss on this last round. So now it's going to be a 4v1. Valkyrie, the all that stands in the way, swings out into 2, but it's going to be off 2-4 half. Let's see how.
A clean flick there from Sonically as well. Nice job double pushing that for Malevolent. So it's a 4-2 split for Zen Esports. Definitely strong, but not concrete. Malevolent with a pretty good chance here to push us far on their defense. I think their attack looked much better on that first floor site. I'm still a little worried, though, by what they shown when they were attacking the top floor. Not a whole ton of flexibility. Might not bode well for the defense, but with the mirror and a castle on their side, going top floor first should theoretically be able to put one on the board. We're using a bandit as well, so could keep that IT wall closed.
Yeah, but we do see something. Let's see. I don't know. That is the Thatcher pick. I don't think we saw Thatcher a single time on their attacking half. So let's see how that kind of switches. Let's see if Zen attack a little bit confidently going in.
Yep, you know, gotta imagine having a Thatcher probably pretty useful. See if Zen Esports are able to do something with it. Bring in 2 hard breaches as well, so they should be able to get plenty of crossfires, plenty of coverage on both the IT wall and the connector. See how it plays out. Nothing like the Ash, so won't be able to take down this Mira unless they get a pretty nice EMP followed up with Goose's charge. And the Deimos, this is interesting. Did not see it once from Malevolent, and it is an operator that is top of the tier list right now. So good for clearing roamers. Just not used last half, so we'll see if it can make much of an impact. One playing on first floor, believe it's Tango here in storage.
Gonna be down there looking for a 1v1 with. Out though. Doesn't look like he's going to take it, considering they don't have a ping currently on the Sentry. The IT wall will be open much quicker than it was, or actually it wasn't been taken on the entire attacking side from the first time. We'll see IT wall open up, and this attack already looking a little bit stronger.
Interesting as well, Keegan not going to be trying to bandit trick even with the mute jammer is kind of backup, so those will be gone, and assuming the last two are on connector as well, should be gone fairly easily from Ymir here, and Crimson's in a combo. Keegan playing inside of Electrical, going to look for a kill onto Ymir, who is not going to peek aggressively. No, still has to do a job. One will actually open. Interesting strategy here from the attack. We'll see if that'll let them keep some connector control. As Ymir and Keegan still dancing around each other, the bandit takes a shot. But Thatcher, incredibly patient, still not swimming. Great shot on the Deimos.
I mean, Ymir's been so quick to respond all game, getting these refrags, making sure that the man count stays. That's just been his job. He is going to be on low HP, 9-2, with stat line for him. IT by himself. The rest of the team works, you know, that top Raptors blue.
Good trade there from Ymir to keep things even. Attacker jumps in, attacker taken down, rejected, falls to Sonically. Nice shot there from the castle, and Relic can take down Ymir as well. The Thatcher left on low health, now goes down to no health. So now the attacker is going to have a much more difficult time. Have one in the catwalk, and it looks like Crimson's is just outside on cat window. They still have hard breach, but they are pushing into 4 guns. It is going to be an incredibly tough job for Zen to take this one back.
I mean, yeah, we've seen the 2v4, you know, on the opposite end, right? So I think that they're already feeling a lot more confident that Vert Play going to come out from the castle. He's going to find his Relic, going to finish out the round. No one else on the side of Zen. Oh.
Some big rounds there from Sonically and Relic. Keeping this one interesting for Malevolent, now down 3-4. So we're going to see if they can even it up right here. Go into the basement, and a Scopos is in play as well from Tango. Maybe not the most popular operator, but easily one of the most entertaining to watch. So we'll see just what they can do with it. And it's a very interesting attacker lineup. They're taking a Dokkaebi for the first time this match. The Osa brought out as well, and now they have 3 hard breachers on the board with that Maverick.
Yeah, we do see the Bandit, but Maverick counters that so easily. It's kind of strange that we're not seeing but I think this is a strong. Yeah, we won't be seeing the Dokkaebi fight actually. The IQ will be taken on as well. Probably got a ping on the Valkyrie. So trying to make sure to negate those cameras.
Smart as well for finding that Scopo. Shell won't have to do a whole ton of droning. So the IQ going to be a good pick, and they're actually going to go away from the ace towards this Deimos. So must have gotten at least a few player pings. Didn't really get a chance to see it last time. I think it was Goose piloting it. It might have been MP9, but regardless, taken down very early on that first floor. So hopefully this time, the operator can have a little bit more success. And with the track onto that Scopos, should make rotating around in those shells very, very difficult for the robot. Oh, yep, there you go. Oh, there goes Scopos.
There went the robot. There he went. Oh, okay.
Wow.
Not exactly the play we would expect to see on a downstairs hold, but... Oh, okay, okay. Where's the bandit trick? Is there bandits on this wall? Okay, yes.
Bandit should have gotten the kill, but does not. MP9 instead takes down Relic. Gotta think Relic just wasn't ready for that. The Maverick was right in front of the wall.
Yeah, no. Maverick and Bandit made eye contact for way longer than they should.
Yeah, that was interesting.
Already looking a lot better than it was on the last round. It will be a 3v5. Scopos and Bandit both falling very early on. 1:50 left on the clock. They will now be taking upstairs roll. Are they aware of this forklift though, or will he find?
Psycho just should have the angle, but the drone from Rejected will spot them out. So now the Mirror gonna force back down those stairs very soon on. Valkyrie targeted by Deimos though, not the Mirror. Valkyrie will get downstairs. Goose still playing from up here, could hit a nice flake on Rickshaw. Wonder if the Mirror is kind of privy to that information or not. Uh-oh.
Here we'll be able to find the Deimos. One of the best utility in the game will be gone. The Mirror now going to be a problem for the attackers. Minute left on the clock. They're going to have to clear her out.
C4 still in hand can cause a lot of damage, and they look the wrong way. They don't look at the staircase, and Ymir walks right by Rickshaw. They must have thought the mirror fell back to site, and this could hurt them badly late game. They need to get that mirror cleared out of there.
40 seconds left on the clock. Gonna have to go for an execute soon. The mirror in a great spot to deny, though, with that hatch open inside of Garage. And taking out the Valkyrie finally to fall, but it seems like he has a call on the mirror inside of storage. Will he find the kill? He'll find the first shot. He drops down, knows that it's going to be a 4v1 on site. Bomb will start getting planted. 1v4 now. The mirror, the last one upstairs. The foot of the first will be able to land the shot, though. Pistol.
Almost unwinnable situation for the Mira, and it will be rejected with the last kill of that round. And once again, Zen Esports looking strong, looking dominant, and the defense from Malevolent just didn't work. I don't know. It was kind of confusing. We really never got to see that setup in its full potential. Now, Zen Esports only needs one more round of the next 4 to push us on to overtime, so theoretically should be very doable for the attack. The defense now going to be in a bit of scramble mode, and interestingly bringing a very similar lineup. The scope is again from Tango. See if they can stay alive longer than 15 seconds in this time.
Hey, I mean, that should be the game plan, right? You scope push, you want to get him to live as long as humanly possible, waste as much time, and then just come right back to site as if nothing even happened. That is the ideology of the post player. But aren't able to hold that out on that last round.
Yeah, died extremely early too. They must have had a drone hidden up in the plants in top garage or something. Shouldn't be any other way the Scopus falls that easily, but they did, so hopefully we'll see a more impactful round from Tango this time. TBD though, they do have a castle this time, so it should kind of slow the attack down. The only problem is they really weren't slowed down a whole ton. They had plenty of time. They took their time upstairs. Unsure what exactly this pick is for, but we'll see if it works. No wall denial as well, so Crimsons will be able to open up both those breach walls extremely easily. The defense and have a lot of pressure from Mira 1 to that Mira, from minute 1 rather, that the Mira should help deal with.
Did have a drone on the scope post upstairs, so they will be hunting him down or her down. How that works out for attacking. The Jackal gonna have a live ping on. Exactly how the tag plays.
Over 30 seconds gone, so a little bit slower pace from the attack, and a 4-man hatch drop. There we go, got it eventually.
Yeah.
From the Buck, they're thundering into the site, and they are immediately dying. Keegan will get one on the board now, taking down a Goose, and more importantly, alerting the team. Riksha with the second on rejected. Zen go for a rush shake, and it does not go well. They still have plenty of roamers. It looks like all 3 are just pushing down vending. They're opening themselves up to a big late round flank here from Tango or Riksha. Vendor Mind should net the kill for Relic, and indeed it does, as there goes Ymir. An interesting push just keeps getting odder. Crimson's going to push the exact same angle and can die to the exact same angle. Second for Keegan. Just like that, it's all MP9 on a really weird and really not very good attack from Zen.
Yeah, no, I mean, what a strange way to try to take. What a strange way to try to take that side of the 4-man hatch drop. The scope post is wrong. Oh, he's near IT. He's right next by him. He's deciding to ignore him and push right down the stairs. It feels like we didn't have enough information on the site. We didn't exactly know what the setup was. We were kind of just hoping that they weren't looking towards Exo. There were 3 people carrying that way, so that just falters under the pressure on that side of the map. Now we'll be back upstairs.
It honestly just kind of looked like they didn't want to attack basement that round, so they decided, you know what, let's rush. Nothing could go wrong. And they pushed right into a Warden playing on a deployable shield and a Fenrir mine. All 5 of them. Definitely some odd choices, and it won't go their way. So now going back to the top floor, Malevolent had a very good defense of this the first time around. We're able to close things out. We'll see if they can the second time. Zen, of course, still only needs 1 round to get up to that match point break. If they lose here, though, gonna have to go first floor next round for Malevolent, so that could be a real toss-up.
That attack was so weird. Like, I don't want to focus on it anymore. I think we should get to the next round. That was just not the play. All good though. It's like we said, That's perhaps. That's all they were doing. I think that they will, if not stake in Malevolent the last round. So very intrigued to see if it's going to stand true to the testament. And if it's clear, it's going to work out for him.
Nice for Terror Drone there from Rejected. Should be able to find a little bit of impact on that CC side. Wall will come open as well. Yet again, KeyGen placing down the bandit batteries. They're not going for the bandit trick, which I'm going to be honest, I still don't understand. But regardless, we won't be seeing it. Wall's open. KeyGen now with 2 in pocket. Looks like is going to be tricking that connector wall. So I think a smart decision and a smarter shot from Tango downstairs. The sentry was here last round. They didn't worry about it then, and it'll hurt them now. Bandit going to get that one off the wall. Believe it's picked up, though, by the ace. And yeah, now KeyGen's going to make a world of hurt on this wall for him.
I mean, switching it up since a bandit tricking, that connector wall, holding that electrical side, and knows, Malevolent knows that is where Zen wanted to go from last time, so they're just making sure that it's a lot more difficult for him. And they're going to make him take a lot more time to clear out. It's needed.
And it sounds like Amira got popped, and the head will get popped from Sonically, who's still looking up. Castle taken down very easily by Rejected there on the base floor. Relic going to be in an important position because Ariksha is holding onto that garage catwalk, and right now Relic, the only one stopping it. Looks like Tango trying to work their way back up as well. Might have some trouble, but there's only one inside. Rejected, the only one in the building here for Zen Esports.
That's a Nitro getting taken down. Looking at this wall will be opened up by the ace charge. Really expect the player inside of IT as he swings out. He will get away with his life, though, barely. 3 players look his way. Hopping back out towards that blue side for Justrillo, following up on. Out walks through the beeper. Will they expect the guy behind the bomb? No, they will not. We'll find one. Crone's in front of the door for another. He found on the rafter side, though. 2.
The bodies continue to fall here. Left in a 2v2, Zen Esports not in the worst position, especially with Ariksha down. But now they're both in this CC hallway. Relic can hold it with this SMG-11. Spray out, won't get the first, and Rotero drone means they can't re-challenge or into the site. And Crimsons should move behind that bomb chassis, and it looks like they will. All Rejected has to do is hold this angle, and when the mute swings, they'll be dead. C4 still in pocket. Falls off the second the mute does, though. Horrible case of siege chiming there for the attack. And allow Relic back into this bomb site. Both Crimsons behind the chassis should be more than enough to deal with them. 1 bullet in, and it won't matter. Rejected finishes up the last. And how about that? Zen Esports, the first team on the match point.
Zen just looking like the stronger team. Malevolent had some really good defense rounds, but that was such a good by Zen. Ignoring all of that top blue pressure, walking down the blue stairs, finding the guy below, allowing the IT walk, allowing top rafters to be taken. Just everything you want to see from an attack. It worked out really well in their favor. I'm very excited to see if attackers need to locate and bring themselves back into this.
Luckily for Malevolent, they are going to be able to defend the 2 easiest bomb sites relatively. They can go upstairs, and if they win this, they can go back to the basement. Will not be forced onto the storage anytime on their defensive rounds, which is probably a good thing. Storage was won twice by the attackers. Zen Esports, I think, as long as they play this smart, should be able to take this one. Don't need to see that kind of attack again that we saw a couple rounds ago. They've attacked this top floor beautifully both times. Well, beautifully last time. Sorry, let me rephrase. So we'll see what they can do. Have 2 rounds to try to get it closed, otherwise overtime will be on our horizons here for match number 1.
I think we'll probably be seeing around the same type of hold from the defenders this time. Yeah, we will be seeing downstairs, holding them bird angles, and just problems. But they're the beeper in the correct spot this time, not let them walk down the. But I don't exactly know if the attackers will be. It's like they're going similar push, but it could. What I'm looking for.
Pizzazz.
I like that word.
Yeah?
I like that. I like that word. That's a good word.
Okay.
Yeah, I like that.
Good. I was throwing a shot in the dark, so hopefully that
No, you shot very well, sir.
Perfect. Castle taken down here by Rejected on that floor as well. Will be open as well. Looks like Keegan is tricking this time around, just going to be doing so in connector. Not IT. The head flows through the garage there, but will not be taken down. I so got to get used to calling it forklift. It's not a garage. I can't break the habit.
I think forklift's the hallway underneath. That is correct.
Is
Or,
it
like,
really?
forklift's the
I thought it
hallway
was a
that's like
garage.
right by the blue boxes. That's look. I'm just saying,
You know,
I like my ranks. Oh, I'm
I was gonna say I'm gonna. I mean, luckily, I think everyone knows what I'm talking about when I say garage, but I am gonna go into a custom game later and figure this out. So we'll see what it's supposed to be called. Zen. Oh, unfortunate. Crimson's with the kill. A nice try from the bandit, but unfortunately, just ripped away.
See, that's why Keegan has an advantage here. You keep calling him out on it. He just doesn't want to lose his. All of this.
I mean, gotta give him credit. Bandit tricking can be really tricky in a spot like that, so maybe a smart choice not doing it. What a shot from Relic. Will get it this time. Was looking for it last round, but this round will find the impact. Still player outside the breach and will not get it the second time. Crimson's with the second kill. First one with his gun though with the round, and just like that, Zen Esports on match point are now on even count, right as I go to say it sonically, taking down MP9.
50 seconds left on this clock. Will the castle be found? No, he will be shot to low HP from the player inside of IT. One nitro cell will be burned, but it will be Amir take down Thatcher of Ymir. Dragged out the rejected. Going to be in the bomb site, holding for the castle in blue. Scrims will find him. Connected.
And the
Get out.
defender sees the angle, but it won't matter. Last kill goes to rejected. The game goes to Zen Esports, and the first winner in our Swiss stage. Had a lot of nice moments from Malevolent, but in the end, Zen Esports just looking like the better team this game.
Yeah, no, I mean, so strong. Our match, they kind of fumbled a little bit there on their attacks, but besides that, back to back to be able to close it out strong.
Yeah, they really did. If I'm a team going up against them later today, you might need to be careful. Their attacks looked pretty good as well. Normally, when you see a team dominate defense as much as they did, you can kind of expect there to be a bit of disconnect if they're a one-sided team. But honestly, both sides from Zen Esports look extremely good. So going forward, luckily for them, not a lot of things they should need to change. They look polished here on our first map of the day.
I mean, again, Nighthaven just one of those maps where it really is all or nothing. You talk about very even maps. Nighthaven's for sure. I think with that being said, though, we are going to toss it to a little bit of a break as we're going to head into match number 2 here in just a little bit.